What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new video. This one's definitely going to be a little bit different today. So as we're in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic, I'm sure you've seen a lot going around about homemade face masks. I stumbled across an article yesterday about making these homemade face masks, and I thought that was really interesting. I thought that was a really great way I could help contribute to what was going on. And so yesterday I went to the store, bought a sewing machine, thread, fabric, elastic. I think that's it. I don't think I got any snacks, but I should have. By this time, there are hundreds of tutorials about how to make these, and I know this is probably just going to be another one of those tutorials, but I figured I would give a face to the tutorial and kind of let it be something that you could maybe relate to, that you see someone you know, or maybe you don't know, but someone who's out there doing this and showing you that it's actually really easy and you can do it too. All you need is a sewing machine and yourself. So I'm going to walk you through how I do it. Again, there are lots of tutorials online about how to do this. I've actually taken a couple tutorials and kind of morphed my own design, so I hope it's pretty easy for you to understand. Some designs call for pockets, some don't. I've actually turned my design into including a tiny little pouch and a piece for the bridge of the nose. So it's actually really easy. I'm really excited to show you how to do this. So let's get started. For this project, you're going to need 2 pieces of fabric that are 9 inches by 6 inches, a pin cushion with lots of pins, a good set of shears, a fabric tape measurer, 2 pieces of 1/4 inch flat elastic measured 7 inches long, and a small piece of twist tie. You're going to start out with your 2 pieces of fabric. You're going to turn them right sides together, line them up, but then you're going to set aside the bottom piece. Then you're going to take your fabric tape measure and you're going to measure 1.5 inches from the top. Now it doesn't have to be fabric, but it's a lot easier to use. Then you're going to cut a tiny little spot for yourself with your shears so that you can mark where you're actually going to make the next slit. Then you're going to make a slit that's probably maybe about 1.5 inches long. Honestly, most of the measurements I did here were really eyeball measurements. Now this part's a little tricky. You're going to take where you have the hole and the edge of the fabric on the inside of the hole, you're going to kind of fold it over itself and you're going to sew that down. It's a little bit hard to see in the video, but you can kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. You fold it over so that you create a bit of an edge for the hole. There's probably either an easier or a better way to do this, but it worked really well for me. You're going to sew all the way around, and when you get to the corners of the hole, you're going to realize that it is a little bit tricky again, but just sew all the way around, adjust it how you want, and you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It'll give it some extra character. And there you go. You just snip it off and you have your little pouch hole. Next, you're going to take your 2 pieces of fabric, put them right sides together, and line up the corners. And now we're going to attach the elastic. So you're going to take the top piece of your fabric and fold half of it back. Then you're going to take the piece of elastic and put it straight across the top, parallel with the fabric, about 1/2 inch from the top. Then you're just going to pin it on and you're going to repeat that step on the bottom, being very careful not to twist your elastic the wrong way when you put it on the bottom. Repeat on the other side. Next, you're going to go to all 4 of your corners and pin those together. And the last step of the pinning process is to pin the top and the bottom as well. Place your fabric as shown here, and we're going to sew all around the edge, but you need to start at this corner. So you're going to flip it over and put it into your sewing machine like this. I recommend making sure that when you put the foot down, the needle is just below where the elastic is. So go ahead and place the foot down and give yourself maybe about 3/8 of an inch. I generally line it up on the inside edge of the foot, and then when you get to the elastic, you're just going to make sure you backstitch over the elastic so that it's really secure. When you get to about the middle of the top, you're going to put the needle down through the fabric so it stays where it is. You're going to pull out your piece of twist tie and you're going to line it up about in the middle of where the hole is. You're going to kind of use that as your eyeball measurement and you're going to lift the foot and put it down on top of the twist tie. This will help hold it in place as you prep yourself to start making a zigzag stitch. There should be a setting on your machine that allows you to do this, and what it does is it actually ends up zigzagging over the twist tie, holding it in place. When you get to the end of the twist tie, you're going to leave the needle in the fabric, and you're going to go over to your stitch selector and you're going to change it to a straight stitch. Then you're just going to keep sewing all the way around. When you get to the bottom, you're going to sew about 1/4 of the way across, lift the foot, drag it about 2 inches and put the foot back down and continue stitching. This will leave you a nice opening for later. Next, you're going to snip that extra thread on the bottom, and then you're going to go around and cut all 4 corners. And now the fun part, turn it inside out. And now you're going to need an iron for this part. This is the inside of the mask and this is the outside. You're going to fold upward and you're going to pull out your iron and press the bottom. Then you're going to unfold it and then fold it back towards itself again, making quarters, and press that as well. Next, you're going to take these creases and you're going to pleat them upwards. And if you look, you're going to see about 1/4 inch overlap. You're going to take your pin and you're going to pin that down and you're going to repeat it on the other side. Remember, 1/4 inch overlap, and you're going to actually end up doing this 3 times so that you have 3 pleats. Once that's done, you are all ready for the final sew. Giving yourself about 3/8 seam allowance, you're going to sew around the entire mask. When you get to the top where the twist tie is, just keep that in mind as you go along and maybe sew just a little bit closer to the edge to give it a little extra stability. And there you go, folks. Easy, fast, and fun. It's cute. It's got a little pouch for a filter if necessary, and it's got a nice little flexible spot for the bridge of the nose. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you guys. Here's me trying it on to show you what it looks like. Feel free to like this video and share it with your friends, and comment below with your success stories. I would love to hear them. Thanks for watching, guys.